So Richard, tell me about when you first met Fiona.
I met Fiona through a mutual friend, and we were talking, and we met our first date, which is really the strongest memory. And we met, our first date was in the ICA. We were both interested in going to this talk, which was not actually that interesting in the end. But yeah, I remember her walking in, and I remember her shoes so well. They're the shoes that became known as the comedy shoes. And I'd like to put them on the video, but let's...
What were they like, the comedy shoes?
Fine. They were weird shoes, and Fiona wore them as a test, because she thought that if somebody likes these shoes, then they've got to be okay. And I passed the test. I thought she walked in, and I thought she looked so cool. And I've got a memory of that first look, and I remember the shoes. And yeah, we...
What did you talk about?
Oh, it was a talk. Derek May, early techno guy. We were interested in as a cultural phenomenon, I was always interested in youth culture and style and this sort of thing. And this was, you know, the early techno stuff was really interesting. It was a youth culture that mobilized thousands and thousands of kids, and they're all making records in their bedrooms, it was just amazing. And so at that time, everyone was looking for the new punk rock, which never happened, but they didn't realize it was happening under their nose. And it was the rise of dance music. And you know, the thing that really amazed me was that because of trying to control raves and stuff, it changed the law of the land, which is incredible for a youth culture to have changed the law. Also, I won't go on about this.
Yeah,
it's not
what made you think that Fiona was going to be different from other girls?
Well, our friend Chris, our mutual friend who Fiona was at school with, and I knew at Oxford, he went to Oxford. I only got to know him afterwards. Then he was in the band to Lulukosh as well. And he told me about Fiona. He'd been telling me about Fiona for years. There's this person who'd really like, this woman you'd really like, just from shared interests, who's cool. And they came round, and she was very shy, and he was very shy. And I can't remember how we made our first date, but we went to the ICA, we thought the talk was bad, we went to the bar, we drank too much, as usual, and we went back to her place, and I think I shared our first kiss there. But my memory has always been Fiona's in her comedy shoes, which now she dug out. And they're actually next to the bed, and sometimes I feel like some kind of shoe fetishist, because I just touch the shoes and I remember that first time I saw Fiona, and it's so lovely, and it comes back so strong.